I think it sounds good.
Okay. You better hit it on the first try.
Right. Hey,
the
girls.
girls like, where y'all at? What's the tea? The episode has not been uploaded yet.
It's only been like a week and a half, right? Or
has it? Yeah, you're right. It's been about a week, and by the time it go up, it'll be a week and a half.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. So what's going on is that we did change our recording day. We normally would record on, what was it, Thursdays?
Yeah, like Thursday later in the week.
Yes, and so we've changed to Sundays. However,
there was a little incident. Yes,
you want to tell the girls?
Yeah. So, shout out to all the mothers and fathers out there, people who have kids.
Shout out Tamar Braxton.
What? I'm gonna have to catch that shade later. I don't even know what's going on with it.
We'll eat her up later.
But when you have kids, one thing I've noticed, because I'm in LA, I'm staying with my sister in her guest bedroom.
Honey, the lovely LA. Yes, God.
And she has kids, and one thing that I noticed just being here is that your day, it's like, how do I say this? It's not yours. Anything at any moment could go wrong, and then your whole day plan could be completely changed just because you got kids. I'm not gonna go into detail of what all transpired, but we had a little family emergency. But shout out to all the parents out there. It is a full-time job being a parent. I don't want kids. Have I ever said that on the mic? I know I've told you that before.
You have told me. I don't know if you said it on the mic, and I don't think it's true. I think it's gonna happen one day.
Oh Lord, I don't want.
Wise Guy Cole does not want kids, y'all.
Let me say this: I would have kids if somebody that I was with wanted to have kids. I don't dislike kids, but I also don't feel an overwhelming need to have kids. If I got with somebody who did not have kids, never wanted to have kids, we would be two non-having kids bitches up in here. Like, that's just what it's gonna be.
But you willing to flex?
Yeah, if I get with somebody who wants kids, I would have kids with them, and
I think you're gonna end up with somebody that wants some children.
Based on my
exes. Some children, honey.
Based on my exes, that's be the only people I attract. But anyway. So now we recorded on Monday, but we typically be recording earlier in the week, possibly Sundays, trying to get the episode out to you guys at an earlier date as opposed to getting it to you guys during the weekend. Right. Isn't that what we decided?
Mm-hmm. That is.
Yeah. So what you been up to, girl?
Girl, what have I? I gotta look back in my life, in my mind. I don't think nothing crazy or anything.
You don't have no work stories to tell us? Because the girls love your little work.
Well, what I will say is this, that I've got to, when you work in corporate America, and really when you work at any job, but right. I'm specifically talking about corporate America, there are some things that are not to be talked about at work. You know what I'm saying? Because HR is real. It's very the other side of that door is real. The loss of your paycheck is real. So you've got to be careful about the things you talk about. And people are passionate, and people have all of these different beliefs and stuff. And I think even though we say all the time, and we hear people say all the time, black people are not monolithic. We're not monolithic. We're all different. Like, we're just all, you know what I'm saying? We hear all of that. Right. But sometimes in our mind, we kind of think that maybe we are going to see issues the same. And I guess it's always a shock whenever, we don't if you hear a black person say, well, I don't want to vote for Hillary. It's like, what? Like, So I kind of had one of those moments at work this week, and I realized, like, I'm going to have to reduce the amount of things I talk about at work, because the same way that I wouldn't sit there and hold a conversation with my nearest white neighbor about politics, I'm really gonna have to do the same thing with black folk, because we not even all on the same page. When I found out this week that one of my coworkers that I always talk to about politics, we bounce ideas off of each other and stuff, did not vote. And don't understand the importance of voting, and has that mentality that allows the Republican Party to secede, basically. When you don't utilize your right that, your people fought the fuck for. Yeah, I had to, let me let this go, because this is going too... I'm about to give this motherfucker an episode, and this let me save it for the podcast. So that's it. That's what I learned this week, that we really are not all monolithic. I think I learned that this week.
We are not. I'm so glad you touched on that, because that's going to become very important. in a reckless driving segment. Do you actually do? What are we doing today? Are we just going back and forth? We've been doing that for the last.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's fair because honestly, the longer the episode goes, I'm sure you guys notice. Sometimes you just start to get a little drained to some degree. Whether your throat getting a little parched, honey, and the water ain't the water ain't sitting nowhere by you. So I think they're giving us an opportunity to like get what we want to say out there as fast as we can, and not have to wait 2 or 3 hours in the game. I think I really do. And then the girls ain't telling us nothing. We asked y'all. We was like, okay, please tell us, bitch, stay organized or, go scatterbrain. And y'all ain't never told us nothing. So I guess we're going to stay scatterbrain.
I know that's what you like. I prefer the organized episodes, but you do. I can do either one. It's not.
But let me tell you this. You prefer organized, but you do not prefer to go last.
I don't prefer to go last. What? I haven't even noticed. Tell me about myself.
You want to go first, girl. You want because see, it's organized is great so long as you go first.
Oh,
then you can get all of your stuff out there. And then we about 2 hours in the game, and now I'm sitting over here and I'm tired. I done forgot what Tamar did. You know what I'm saying? I done forgot everything.
Point, you barely care.
Yeah, I'm not even hot no more about Cardi B going off on makeup artists. Yeah, we gonna get there.
Oh God.
We gonna get there. I'm sorry, y'all. We gonna have a Cardi topic this week.
It's Cardi, Nicki Minaj. I don't know. This might just be a mastermind to keep them in the news cycle. I just heard Nicki Minaj album. This album just went platinum, so it's something. They doing something right over there. As much as we thinking that it's flopping or whatever.
She was selling merchandise and selling her albums and tickets and stuff right along with the competition. So I'm not surprised.
Well, them ticket sales, as slow as they were, I doubt that they contributed much.
Quiet as a scab. They were very slow. I don't know. I didn't see. I saw that she said that it sold 1 million. I'll have to look that up.
I haven't verified it. But
because sometimes the girls will give you the shipped numbers, meaning the numbers that came from the distribution to the store, and not necessarily the ones that flew off the shelf. That's the tea. What has left the shelf, bitch? I understand your distribution people done sent over 1 million, but what has came off the shelf? Give me that,
Lord. So we about to start this episode.
We are.
Okay, so I am Wise Geico.
And I am Tiger Tansy.
And welcome to Backseat Drivers.
Yes, Nick Cannon talking about Mariah and Ariana Grande when he tried to get them together.
Yeah, that was cute.
On a song.
I did. It was cute. What you got to say about it?
I feel like Mariah catches flack for that, for not, and I like that he kind of revealed that Mariah does know who Ariana is.
As much as she act like she don't.
He showed her a video of Ariana singing.
That's one of my favorite. Yeah, that's one of my favorite Ariana videos.
Or Emotion, yes.
It's not Emotions with an S?
I feel like Emotions is Destiny's Child and Emotion is Mariah.
Oh,
I could be mistaken.
Girl, let's find out. I have to see what.
Yeah, you have to Google that. So yeah, but I do like that. Like, he revealed that her watching Ariana sing it did get a positive response from Mariah.
Okay.
That's what I really liked about it, because it's like, I think sometimes the girls try to act like it's a hateration, you know what I'm saying, in this dancery type of situation, and that's not what it was. It's just nobody wants the internet to start trying to replace them because ageism is real. Right. Let's just keep it real. Very. And that's really what it was, is that y'all are trying to age our current artists out. It's not just Mariah. And I like that the interviewer was abreast enough to have brought up Erykah Badu, because the same thing happened to her last year when people started calling SZA the new Erykah Badu. I don't even know where that came from.
You put that in the caption.
Yes, bitch. I don't even know. I remember that moment, but I'm like, I don't even know how people came to that conclusion. I guess it was maybe we didn't have all of the music.
They just feel like any black person who is semi-weird,
proud to be black and semi-woke is Erykah Badu, I guess.
No, I said semi-weird.
Okay, yeah, you're right about that.
It's any type of eccentric, anything extra, anything beyond just, you know, checking your ass and putting on tight clothes, anything like that. They be like, okay, hold on, what is this? What are we doing? You gonna be in that Solange, Erykah Badu.
The next, you gonna be one of the two. It's not too many options. But Erykah was like, she tweeted and she said, "Hold up, y'all doing too much now." Let me tell you that tweet, because I went back and actually found that tweet to verify that is exactly what happened. That was hilarious to me. She like, look, y'all can do that, play that bullshit with Mariah. I had to verify, honey. Y'all can play that shit with Mariah. Y'all can play that shit with all these other girls, but what you want to do?
Not with my legacy.
Not with my legacy, bitch. You won't say nobody's the new Erykah. She went further and let it know, like, because I think people were trying to say, oh, she's shading, because that's, you know, shade is just taking, shade has flown off the shelves. unlike Nicki's album, shade has flown, it's just everywhere. I hate that term has become so saturated now. It's not, girl, give it back. It's everything is not. Some old woman at work, she like 50, 60, told me I was shading her. Girl, because I'm asking you to do your work right. That's not shade. Right. Stop. But yeah, so I like that she let it be known, like, it's not shade. You know, SZA is SZA and I am me, and it's the same thing with Mariah. And I don't blame her for not wanting to confuse the brands by connecting herself with Ariana in that way. And besides, we don't know what can ever happen down the road.
Right. Mariah probably watched that video of Ariana. This was cute. Because at the end of the day, she still didn't outdo Mariah. She was just
she didn't out enunciate. That you got to start there. Mariah probably told Nick the real tea was, okay, once she works on her enunciation, tell her to call. The girls have to know what we're both saying.
Tell her to give me a call. I can help her with a few things.
Tell her lyrics are important,
especially when you're a writer.
Yes, tell her, to let her know I've been nominated for an Academy Award before. The lyrics matter.
But anyway, I did check the what did I check?
The emotions versus emotions. Emotion versus emotions. So you actually backwards. Mariah's is emotions with an S.
And Destiny's Child is emotion. You
with no S.
Yes, thank you for verifying. Because I'm on this verified path. Somebody tried to get me together. Somebody like literally tried to get me together online today. I've been trying to post more like facts for the day and stuff like that. Because I get so tired of reposting some of the same shit that everybody and mama is out here on social media posting. And so I try to find like original stuff that ain't nobody talking about. So today for us is October 15th. And on this day,
the 15th already?
It's the 15th, bitch.
Jesus,
I know the month is halfway over, girl.
Girl.
So for this day, in 1983, 35 years ago, Rufus and Shaka Khan's song "Ain't Nobody" hit number one on the R&B chart.
Hey,
yes, honey. And I gave a little background information about that song. If you guys didn't know, the record label that they were signed to, which is Warner Brothers, did not. I know this is random, but we're gonna talk about it. Did not want
we don't have a memory lane,
song,
so go ahead and go down the memory lane.
Okay. Did not want that song to be the first single from their album, the live album that they recorded. And so the keyboardist of Rufus, his name is David, he actually wrote the song, and he threatened, he was like, look, if y'all don't let this be the first fucking song from this album, I'm just gonna go over and give it to Michael Jackson.
Right.
How about
no matter who will some with it.
Exactly. And y'all won't get no coins because he was over there with Quincy Jones, and so they weren't gonna be. It was actually gonna be for
well, I don't know about the Thriller album. He probably had left Motown at that point.
I don't know about the Thriller album.
I think the one before that, the one where he wore the shiny suit. I don't know about Michael like I should. And I feel bad.
I know it was so long ago. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, anyway, that song would have actually ended up on the Thriller album if the label would not have relented and went ahead and said, "Okay, y'all can go and put the song out."
I can't hear Michael singing that.
You know what? It would have been weird.
I could have. I mean, if we had never known or ever heard Shaka Khan singing it, it would have been. Okay, but I don't know.
Michael can't do what Shaka can do, but the same is also true for Michael. Right, exactly. The same as like Shaka can't do what Michael can do. So It's no telling. He might would have turned that into some type of Girl Thriller Part 2. We don't even know. Because that's just how creative and talented Michael was. So that would have been interesting, no lie, to see what a Michael version of that song would have looked like.
They somebody came a demo that he would have.
Ooh, bitch, bitch. Ooh. But anyway, somebody commented under that and said, "I don't know how accurate this so-called fact is because Shaka Khan was no longer with Rufus when this song came out. Do your research." Sis,
girl.
Sis, why don't you go verify? Because you started off with "I don't know." We on the wrong. Why don't you go verify what you think you don't know before you come?
And then come back.
And then come back. That's what I wanted to say. Go verify what you think is right and then come back. But I came back with facts. I did. I sure did. I said in 1983, following the release of Rufus's final studio album, Sealed in Red, which did not feature Shaka Khan, the singer returned with Rufus on a live album called Stompin' on the Savoy Live, which featured the studio single Ain't Nobody, which became the group's final charting success, reaching number 22 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 1 on the Hot R&B charts. So
Ain't Nobody.
She came back. And you know what he said? He said, "My bad."
Are you dumb?
Google is your friend. Quick Google. Right. We want to bring Quick Google back.
Right, we do. That's gonna be a quick Google, but I always save you from looking crazy. Are you dumb?
Yes, God.
Are you dumb?
Come on now.
But I did want to, because I know we done jumped 2-3 topics. I didn't even get to comment on Mariah and Ariana Grande. I thought that video was so cute. However, let me see how I want to say this.
Here we go.
No, it's not even shade to Mariah. I just wish that she would not have knowing that Mariah, she knows that Ariana loved her. So Nick Cannon basically confirmed that Mariah at least...
Ariana still loved Mariah.
Yeah, Ariana at least did an okay job for Mariah not to be upset with the performance. Number 2, Ariana Grande has done dozens and dozens of interviews and has never spoken a bad word. Like, Mariah Carey is literally Ariana Grande's favorite artist, and you can hear that in her music. So, and then the fact that Mariah also knew that it wasn't necessarily Ariana Grande, but more so her label and, social media and all of that. She should not have...
I don't think Mariah knew that. I can't verify that.
I'll have to go back and re-listen to his... But he
said was that he did not know if it was Ariana who said she wanted to be the next Mariah, or if it was the people around Ariana that said that statement. But he never did verify whether or not Mariah knew who was responsible.
Another reason I did want to bring back is that the whole beef that Mariah had with Whitney had less to do with Mariah and Whitney than it had to do with the people around them and publicity and media and all of that. So I feel like, coming on the better side of that situation, she should have been able to at least not shade the girl in public. I'm not saying you have to be friends with her. I don't say you like her. It's just, you already know how I feel. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or just a Mariah, get on a Mariah Carey hate train. You do sometimes.
You do, and I'm gonna have to mention that.
I do not. I just give my honest opinion. It's just
no. It's not always, but it's not always honest.
It's honest to me. Or if I'm
not
honest,
when you bring up drinking, you really got me that day. you really got me that day. I have yet to forgive that moment when you blame the quality of Mariah's voice today on drinking. Yes, you did.
I didn't blame the quality of her voice. I just said that Mariah Carey has been seen numerous times, in my opinion, just from my observation.
So has Beyonce.
That's
she be in the studio. That ain't recent. That's all our lives. We just don't be there.
No, I'm talking about live performances, to go on a tour, performing at Make, and then that's all I'm saying. That's
number one, when you look online and you look at the girls who go to school for this, go to school for The Voice, understand the way that it works, the number one thing is that the girls tend to mention that is consistent amongst all of the different articles I've read of people's opinion pieces on Mariah Carey's voice, is that the vocal nodules play the largest role in the quality of her voice today. And I think that is something that when people are criticizing her, they failed to mention that she's had vocal nodules since she was a kid. And that the vocal nodules, while they also allow her, and if you don't know what a vocal nodule is, it's basically just a mass on your vocal fold, like a growth on your vocal fold. And there is a surgery that you can have to have that removed, but I will point you to Julia Andrews. You guys might know the newer generation. Y'all don't know her from the Princess Diaries movies. She was the grandmother, the rich queen, honey. She used to had an amazing opera voice. I mean, beautiful, just phenomenal throat. And she had vocal nodules, and in 1997 she had surgery. They were non-cancerous, by the way. In 1997 she had surgery. She was reassured that it wouldn't impact her singing voice, and when she woke up she just couldn't hit the notes that she once could. And when she was interviewed about it, one of the interviewers I saw, they asked her, like, if you couldn't sing anymore, how would that feel? Like, how would that be? And she basically responded and said, I don't even think about not being able to sound the way that I did. I think about one day getting there. She said, because thinking that I may not ever be able to do this again is unbearable. It's not, I wouldn't want to live to think that I couldn't do the thing that I love anymore. So that's Mariah's reality. When we think about people like Patty and Aretha and how they've been able to hold on for so long with their voices, Mariah's not in any of those other girls' category. I don't really know another girl. I want to say maybe Adele possibly had something going on with her voice. I'm not sure if it was nodules.
I believe it was vocal nodules, as well as John Mayer. They both also had surgery to.
And I know Adele was very scared about hers. Hers turned out all right, praise God. But Mariah hasn't done that, and I can understand that from the fear. I mean, you see stories like Julia Andrews, and she's not the only horror story out there of people who have had that surgery. And you know, that's for people like Mariah, like we've recently said, she falls in that category with Patty's and Aretha's and people who this is their life. This is like as much a part of them as walking and talking is, you know, for everybody. So I feel like she gets a lot of criticism for, you know, not sounding exactly how she did in the 90s, but I don't ever really see anybody bring that up. I see them blame all of these other things, and it's just like that's the biggest dilemma, the biggest issue that she had. It was no way, her not getting that surgery, it was no way that she was going to be able to sustain. With the way that she sings on top of that, I think technique is the second thing that they typically list on that list of reasons why she doesn't sound the same. Her technique, is beautiful as her voice sounds, and it sounds like she's doing all the right shit to us. Technique-wise, she's not, a lot of those notes that she hit, she's not doing it properly. So, yeah, so I was a little hurt by that because I know that you a singing girl. You know these things, and so you've never been like 100 about that. You pointed to the alcohol, but you never pointed to any other.
I think
any other source.
You're looking more into that one comment as if that's why I believe, or that's what I was portraying.
Because you made it.
No,
you made that one comment.
No. In that comment, I did not say that had anything to do with her life and her history of singing, and that's why her voice is deteriorating. That's all I'm saying, is that we was talking about a specific performance, and she was seen celebrating out, drinking, whatever, literally the night or a night before, 2 nights before at the most, before a big performance that did not turn out well. That's what we were talking about. That's all I meant, is that if I know that I have a big performance coming up that means something, going to be televised, I'm not going to risk that chance of being or going out and doing something that it has immediate effect. Drinking does not have a lasting, eternal effect, but it does have an immediate effect. It will affect your voice over the next probably 72 to 96 hours or something like that. It doesn't. It's not like, I don't believe that just drinking is going to cause your voice to be gone for a long
permanently
term.
Unless you have a issue, like
right? Unless you're
dealing with alcoholism.
And that's not. If I implied that I felt like she had a problem, which if I implied she had a problem, if I implied that it was beyond that period, I just meant in that particular instance, I felt like she should not have chosen, if she knows that she has to give a big vocal delivery and a performance that's actually going to be, a substantial moment in her career, that she should have chosen not to do it just for those few days, and then after the performance, you can drink all you want to. Because I love a good drink. I'm never.
Oh, we know. And so does your fave. So does Beyonce. Because she's very. We've seen plenty of proof of her on vacation and things and drinking before performances. And granted, before they do turn out great. She's still in the prime of her. She's still in the prime of her throat. Yeah, before performances, she'd be on vacation. I've definitely seen her on vacation drinking, and then she had a show the next day. I have. I have. Because I'm not gonna let you say no, ma'am. But she's not dealing with vocal nodules, so that's not one thing. The next day, she's not dealing with vocal nodules, so that's not one of her things. But yeah, but you've cleared it up a little bit here. And my thing is, I just wanted to. That's not just for you. That's for everybody. I kind of just wanted to put that information out there because I don't even know if everybody knows. Sometimes I see the internet going in so hard on her for her throat. Granted, it has been a lot better lately for some reason. 1 or 2 performances here, they're live. The girls think, oh my gosh, she's doing amazing things again. And it's like, girl, she was doing this last year when I saw her live.
The year before that, when she was in Vegas.
Before that, and before that. It's like, okay, yeah, she has bad ones here and there because with that, we'll have a whole, maybe when Mariah's album come out. You say what?
We haven't talked about the AMAs. We've been going that long. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like we had only been gone a few days, but
girl, we've been gone a while.
We've been gone a while. Been sworn in. Kanye.
We're gonna get to these AMAs. I promise y'all. So we gonna close out this Mariah vocal moment. We might revisit this when her album comes out. She did announce today, I believe, that her album comes out November 16th,
20th.
25th? I don't know. November.
I thought it was November. I don't know.
We'll say mid-November. And it's gonna be called Caution, bitch. And I love that title. That sounds darker than any other Mariah.
It sounds like Don't Fuck With Me.
It does. It sounds like I'm not that. It sounds like I'm not that bitch. Like, bitch. Let me tell you.
Not that bitch. That's
if
what it sounds
I was like. Mariah, if I was on her fucking team, I would tell her that picture of Michael Myers, bitch, that the internet has been connecting to her and saying she looked like Michael Myers. Y'all wild as fuck.
Did I post that?
You did, and I deleted it.
You deleted it?
I did.
But my caption said y'all tried it.
And you tried it because none of the comments were
I don't read the
cared
comments,
about
girl.
your caption.
The
comments cared about. Girl, I know you don't, and that's why I deleted it. When I read them comments, they was wearing her out. I said, not on our page.
This is a stand.
Mariah Carey bestie, the brat, just reposted a video from our page telling us thank you for making it, and here you is. Throwing shade. No man.
I did not throw shade.
The video was shade. Whatever that was, you posted the picture, video, whatever, it was shade. That was shade. Whether or not your caption said "Let my girl go," the picture was shade. But my point is that picture needs to be her album cover.
No,
bitch, tell me that wouldn't be sick.
It could be a
bitch,
promotional image.
No, it needs to be the album cover. Caution, bitch. That would be sickening. That's how
or she could glam it up a little bit. Because Mariah Carey not gonna want an album that looks like that. I just feel like she's not. She can reshoot that picture and glam it up just a little bit, but still look like Don't Fuck With Me.
Girl, anything that deals with that picture, I love when artists or when people period really buy into the negativity. Like, it kind of reminds me of something Funky that Neva say, if you live in your truth, can't nobody spray you with it. You know what I'm saying? That's like, if people are making fun of you, they think this cute on the internet. Okay, well, y'all think it's cute on this album cover and by this music.
Right.
Okay.
When the Reed said that Cardi B should have sympathy and payola t-shirts and mugs and everything, that's what I'm talking about. That's the same thing that Beyonce did when the police said that they were going to boycott her. She sold boycott Beyonce t-shirts. I got a boycott Beyonce iPhone cover.
Yes, bitch. And when the girls was who was it? Was it Missy Elliott with Gossip Folk when the people were talking about, ooh, girl, this and that, and she made that part of a song?
Right. Yeah.
And I want to say Beyonce did something for one of her intros to her tour. She did something similar
loves
to that.
Do that. She'll put news articles about how she done people talking about her. And she loves to play Fox and Friends because they Fox and Lies, and they love to talk about how she.
Fox and we thought Aretha was Patty. Right.
Oh, Lord. Anyway.
The AMAs. Okay, so now.
Did you see it?
I did see parts.
I saw the performances in preparation for this episode. That's what I saw.
That's all you needed.
Who was Tracy. We like Tracy's. I'm not going to. I'm not gonna do it.
You know what? And I heard that she was wearing all black designers for her outfits. That is beautiful.
That too. And she
great,
did the,
great job,
the opening
Tracy.
segment. She did Ape. I want to say Ape shit.
Okay, because don't just do 8.
She did. This is America. A lot of black songs and stuff like that. So
did Quavo write Ape shit? Did he write that?
Quavo and Takeoff. They wrote. All right.
Why
they wrote the
his
melody
best stuff to Beyonce. Because his album was trash. But anyway, let's keep going.
Offset wrote the last verse when she rapped really, really fast on.
Of course he did.
And then I think he's the singing, rapping verses. That's what Quavo wrote. But the way that ended up happening is they did that song with Pharrell. And then Pharrell...
I don't know if I should say this.
Pharrell played it for Jay-Z and Beyonce, and then they said, "Oh, this is ours now."
So go ahead and.
I mean, they got when you got the coins, because I mean, I'm sure they paid Pharrell when you got the coins.
Go ahead and let Take Back and Queso
refund and. Baby, I know Beyonce probably did not know their names at that point. She probably really didn't. Who you said did this? Refund check. Who?
Right. Are we about to get into the AMAs?
The AMAs were cute. They really
Before
were.
we actually get into it, can we take just a quick break? Is that okay?
Okay.
We'll be right back. I need some more ice. And I'll be right back.
How far back? Let's do it. How about the 7? Do it again. Do it again. What? Let's do it again. Oh, do it again. Do it again. Let's do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Let's do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Beyonce need to keep the same energy when she come back with this next album. Yes, the City of Hope gala they do. I think it has something to do with cancer or something like that. It was out here in LA. Girl, yes, I liked it because she tried to really sing. Like Beyonce, like she I won't say tried as in like she didn't succeed. What I mean by that is she made an effort to bring back, like 07 Beyonce when the girl was right when she was really, really like, I'm about to wear these vocals out. That's what I mean.
I thought we was recording. This was supposed to be on the mic.
Girl.
We'll say it over.
Let's go. Okay, so yes, y'all heard Wise Yako, because I'm gonna find a way to edit this and make it make sense. Okay.
Make it make sense. Come on.
Shout out to Monique.
We gonna start making t-shirts.
We are, because if she's not gonna do it, we shall. Y'all heard him talking about Beyonce. She recently performed at that City of the Lights gala.
City of
right?
Hope.
Oh,
Girl.
she sound amazing.
What are you drinking on?
Paul, what is it? Paul
Mason.
There you go.
Yeah, something like that.
There you go. That right there.
Is that
Something
a
like
brandy? What is that?
I believe it is.
Okay.
I could be incorrect because I don't have the bottle in front of me. But yeah, she did that and she sounded really well. And he was saying that she made an effort to sing. I don't know what didn't get picked up on the mic. But what I was saying is that okay. What I was saying was that I don't know what has been up with B with these last 2 albums. Of course, the one with Jay-Z as well as the one prior.
Lemonade, and the one before that, which is the Beyonce.
And even the one before that, yes. And I'm like,
there was
the
not
throat
a
ain't been there.
song.
The throat ain't been there.
Not the throat ain't been there.
The throat ain't been there.
No. She has.
I mean, she got some cute songs.
She has not intentionally decided, I'm going to put at least one or 2 songs.
Shake the table, bitch. Because that's what I be
she's
needing.
shaking in different ways, but she has not shook the table vocally. I'll give you that.
Yes, and I need
we're
that.
talking purely vocally. Like she has not had, which is why my ex has not because my ex likes singing Beyonce. I like performing Beyonce. I like singing. I like singing Beyonce too. But if I had to choose one where she just,
I would choose singing.
Where she was sang her butt off, like songs like "Listen," "Resentment," all those songs where she's really
Listen on the Oprah show,
right? When she is showing the girls that she can sing versus showing the girls, or Beachella where she's showing the girls that she can put together a performance. I would take that over singing Beyonce. However, I do appreciate the fact that my girl can sing also. But the last 3 projects, Everything Is Love, Lemonade, and Beyonce, none of those albums had a song where she was really pushing herself vocally. Everything was in her pocket, which is a very good pocket to be in because Beyonce has good control. But it was nothing that was like, oh, I'm about to get in the studio. It was not like the previous album before that, 4, which was mainly ballads. And the girl was like, I care, I miss you, rather die young. Like that, the girl, the 1+1, the girl was trying to sing every single track.
The vocals were so powerful that even on that, was it I Care was the one that we got the video for when she was in the studio singing it?
Yes.
I feel like it's I Care. That's not even the full, that like they had to reduce that from that performance to the actual, with the song that ended up on the actual album. She was giving too much growl, too much power, too much, like it was too good. They was like, B, you ain't gonna have nowhere to go live if you sing this damn good on the track. Like that's the type of singing that I'm used to from Beyonce, and she's capable of that. And there are so few girls today that I feel, especially our black girls, for some reason, I don't know, because we started ending up with all these little white girls popping up everywhere they can sing for some reason. But as far as our girls, I don't really get that level, that type of vocal from our girls today. And it's like, girl, you can do that. I understand that you can do what these new babies is doing. I get it. You can kill it. You can take a Migos song, honey, and make it make sense. I get it, bitch. I get it. But what I need from you,
I was in the middle of a swallow, bitch.
But what I need from you is a vocal, girl. I need a vocal. So that City of, I want to say the Lights, but that ain't right.
City of Hope. You can't
not get that gala, bitch, she sung down. She sung down. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
She had a more R&B rendition of Halo. It was actually R&B/gospel rendition of Halo. God. And I was just like, I live. Because, this song is one of the songs that I feel like represents the old pop fluff Beyonce. And she said, I'm reclaiming this. Because Beyonce hasn't performed Halo in a long time. Because I feel like it was too many of her white fans, it's like that's their favorite Beyonce song. So she couldn't let him have it.
I knew you was about to go there with it.
So she couldn't let him have it. So she had to. If I am gonna perform my hit, I had to redo it. But I'm just looking for it. I feel like Beyonce's been having fun. She's been doing music that is fun for her. She's been having a good time, and it's representative in the last 3 albums. But I feel like she's back to. Let me show these girls, because these girls act like they starting to forget that I gotta throw.
Who the fuck I is, right?
They starting to forget that I gotta throw. Let me show.
I'm forgetting too. I mean, the girls online making all kinds of speculations.
Because I was starting to personally, I was just like, maybe she's not singing that way because she can't consistently deliver that. I don't know. But then I go to her live performances, like I go to the concerts and she does perform some of those old songs and then kills it every single time. So it's like she can do it. It's just a matter of. It's just not what she wants to do at that time. But I feel like this next project, whatever it is, I feel like the girls who've been wanting her to sing her throat off again, give me some of Me, My Stuff and I, something like that, a little slower Beyonce. Because also Beyonce has admitted that she's not hell bent on getting back to that perfect, hourglass figure that she has historically been.
She shouldn't.
And I like her with a little. She had a little push. The girls was in the comments talking about, oh, I think Beyonce pregnant.
I was actually about to ask you about that.
Girl, she's not pregnant. I done told y'all too many times, but we're not even about to go down this.
Well, the girls are saying now the tour is over because it didn't really make sense. This the same
fool that was there at the beginning of the tour.
Well, I don't know, girl. I saw a video this week, bitch. I was like, "Ooh, shit, Beyonce, girl, you done had a whole people."
This tour is over, so now she can really eat.
Baby, let me tell you, she went straight to the pizza shop.
Beyonce is a Southern girl. Beyonce is a Southern girl, and she at one time told us her favorite meal. It was like gumbo with collard greens, cornbread, and fried chicken. It was something not right for your arteries. Something incorrect. Right. So at the end of the day, this tour is over. Now she can really eat. She don't have to halfway eat. She can do what she want to do. And plus, Beyonce is going to be 38 next year. Name a 38-year-old that's, especially in the South, a Southern 38-year-old who looks like that. I'm not
finna say nothing right here because every time we try to say Beyonce still look good, the girls say, "Well, she only 38." So I'm not finna say nothing. I'm not saying nothing. The girls say that 38, you supposed to still look good. That's what the girls say.
Okay.
I'm not.
I want y'all to tag y'all sisters, y'all mothers.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, the next thing they say is, well, Beyonce got money. So, of course.
Well, to me.
Let me tell you, CeeLo Green got money, too. That wasn't shade.
See, to me, as
that's not shade. But Monique got money. Everybody got money.
There's plenty of people who got money, but they got
that ain't in that shade. That's the only point I'm getting at. So it ain't necessarily just having money, nigga. If you want to eat, you gonna eat.
Right.
Whether your bank account full or
you got the means to
you
eat
really
well.
Don't eat.
Oh, you gonna eat
more. Shit. Oh, you're right. You eating. Hell. Okay, so we supposed to be talking about the AMAs.
We talked about nothing this episode.
So let's go from Beyonce to not Cardi B, Ciara. I want to know what you thought about that.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
It was really good to me. I thought that it was
one of the best of the night. Definitely.
Definitely, it was not really. It's not a vocal moment. It's not. It's a dance.
She tried to fool the girls. Her mic was on.
I know. For
the and that's all we can say. The mic was on.
I don't know if she know that the mic was on, but I know. I know.
I don't know if it was supposed to be on or what.
Yeah,
but the mic was on, so I'll give her that.
Let me see. Erica Campbell and Donald Trump was out there. Tina.
You say Erica Campbell. And Donald, I get it. I'm back.
The Gladys Knight tribute. Not Gladys Knight. Oh Lord.
I was not impressed. I was not impressed with the tribute.
By none of the performances for the tribute?
Okay, so they opened up with Gladys Knight. Gladys Knight did good, but I wish she would have sung a different song. Just my honest opinion. My whole thing is, when are we going to get into the nitty gritty of Aretha Franklin? Like, I feel like all these tributes we've gotten
pieces.
We've gotten like fluff Aretha, you know. At the Black Girls Rock, that was the closest. They did, you know, Natural Woman. They did Respect, you know, like. But that's not Aretha. Those may be her most popular songs. But
they might not get into that because you know you're an Aretha fan.
There are dozens and dozens of more songs than these 5 or 6 songs y'all keep singing over and over. But I will give the AMAs this. The AMAs has historically been an award show I never watched because it has normally saluted the Ariana Grandes, the Selena Gomez, the Demi Lovato's, the Taylor Swifts,
the Mariah Careys.
Well, that was back in the old day. You know, back the day. They saluted Whitney, Janet, all of them girls. But I'm talking about in the last 10 years or so, they typically Taylor Swift has won like 6 or 7 years in a row. Like Beyonce has don't even normally get nominated for the big awards. Like that's saying something. Like if Beyonce not even nominated, it's definitely not about to win. So she don't even show up to the AMA. Like it's so many black artists that they have not appreciated. And I'm not just.
And this year felt a little different.
This year they made a conscious effort to first put black people on the ballot.
Right.
Also, secondly, allow them to win. And thirdly, add them as the performances because historically, over the last 10 years or so, the AMAs has always had the least amount of views than the VMAs, the Grammys, the BET Awards, the Billboard Awards. They always come in last. This year was probably I didn't go check their ratings, but I guarantee it should have went up because they had a larger black presence. Because at the end of the day, Black Twitter, if Black Twitter ain't talking about it, it ain't hot. It ain't popping. And at these past years, did you watch who performed the AMAs last year or the year before that or the last 5 years?
Probably J-Lo. I don't know. Reason number one not to watch it.
Girl.
So you say CC was pretty good.
Gladys
was...
Before we get into performance, I salute them because they not only blackened up the award show, but then they gave Aretha Franklin a gospel tribute.
Which is beautiful.
That's you can't get no blacker than gospel. You can't. So that was a conscious effort. I was salute them on that part. However, Gladys Knight, okay. I'll let Gladys Knight slide. She's a legend. She did not sound bad, but it's just the song was so slow and depressing. As a tribute, I felt I would have been better if she would have sung a different song, but that's fine. Donnie McClurkin, I've never been here for Donnie McClurkin. He didn't sound good this day.
Miss McClurkin, honey. She has other things to be concerned about, like living in her truth.
CeCe Winans, that's one of my favorite gospel singers. I was raised on the Winans family. She did okay. She sang "Mary, Don't You Weep." It was cool. It was straight. It was.
Now they done put all these niggas on the ballot, and you're not happy. You're not impressed. What's the team?
I'm a picky bitch. That's gonna be I'm gonna get a shirt that may say I'm a picky bitch.
Okay, so what about who else performed for this tribute?
Let us see. She did good.
She's consistently well.
I did feel like, how I always wanted Let Us See to go higher. Mm-hmm. I realized this performance why she may not go higher because this song I felt this is the first time I felt she was stretched. And I preferred her a little bit lower.
She has the thing about Let Us See, she has her natural, I don't know what the word is for like the natural position of your voice. Hers is naturally high, sort of like Patti LaBelle. So it's one of those things where because it's so natural for her, it sounds so easy. So it sounds like she's not that high. But she really is already high. So when she try to push for even higher, at some point it gets to the level of impossibility.
Right.
And so I think that she kind of might have ran into that just a little bit.
Just a little bit. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like I thought the average person watching the performance wouldn't even have noticed. But because I've seen Let Us See so many times and I'm familiar with, singing and all of that. That's all I said. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then Mary came out. Okay, I wasn't impressed. I wasn't overly floored. It was fine. It was cool. I'm just ready for a award show to get it absolutely right. The closest one so far has been the Black Girls Rock Awards. I guess I won't have to live with that because the Grammys typically don't. Their Grammy salutes normally are like a video montage. They normally never ever have. If they do give Aretha Franklin a tribute, it's not going to be this year. It'll be like 5 years from now, and they'll decide to do a Aretha Franklin. I'm dead serious. Like they don't feel compelled to change up their set list. The only time I've ever seen them do that is when Whitney died. That's because Whitney died the weekend of the Grammys.
Right.
So that was the only time
everybody was emotional, and I think Jennifer Hudson was a great choice.
And they knew that people were going to tune in who don't even normally watch the Grammys just because Whitney died and just because they wanted to mourn with the rest of the nation. So, but
Jennifer Hudson killed that. Jennifer Hudson killed that week. And moving forward.
Yes.
Okay, so Cardi B. Let me go ahead and go on get to Cardi B. Cardi B's performance was amazing to me. It was actually, in my opinion, the best
performance
of the night. Yes, her performance was great. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I thought it was obvious that she had put time into it. That her creative director had put time into it. Correct. It really was. It was everything I needed it to be, from the spinning wheel to the leg kick to Bad Bunny and J Balvin and them coming out in the golden
rapping your lyrics, to not being
shopping carts, and
not
it was
having
really
your backing track louder than your vocals.
Come on now, it was very vibrant. I feel shade towards a certain artist. It was very vibrant. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a shame that so much bullshit went down over the weekend that it kind of took away from how I felt about their performance. But we'll get there. So you enjoyed Cardi B's performance?
I did.
Well.
I don't think that it was like, wow, this performance is just the best thing since a slice of bread. However, considering the other performances in the night, and considering where the bar has been set for female rap performances, I'll give her that. I'll give her a clap, and it's just genuine. It's not a shady clap. It was good. She wasn't stiff.
It seemed like the most expensive performance of the night.
Right. She had 30 people plus people on stage.
Mm-hmm.
She brought out J Balvin. She brought out Bad Bunny. She actually rehearsed. Because a lot of these rappers just get up there and just with a mic and just, I don't know what they be doing. But she took advantage of the other performances of the night and decided, I'm going to claim this. And one thing that I feel like, because not to really bring up Nicki Minaj, but I'm going to bring her up just briefly. Nicki Minaj has set a certain standard in other areas, but one thing that she has always left open is performances, because she sucks at it. It's atrocious. So if you're gonna be, that's an area where I feel like Cardi B can get in and do it, and she do it right. She can easily become the best performing female rap artist. I mean, it would be, she really, her performances. Her performances really will only compare to, she will only have to really battle, in my personal opinion, Missy Elliott, because she's the only, to me, female rapper that really gives like a performance, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that she has passed Missy Elliott yet. I'm just saying that as she has, Nicki Minaj is not even competition, because she's so not good at it. It's not even a question. She's not even on the ballot of top.
No, she's not. I think Lil' Kim would be on that ballot too.
I'm not gonna shade her. I don't know Lil' Kim, and when I say I don't know, I can't name one Lil' Kim song. I can't rap not one verse.
No, that I don't know her. You talking about is the same. I don't know her. Mariah meant when she was talking about Ariana Grande. I just want to let you know, like she was like, I don't. That Andy asked her. He said, "Do you know about when Ariana first came out?" She said, "Child, I don't know what early in the career. What? I don't know what that is. I don't know when did she come out. I don't know."
I speak in longevity. I don't speak in.
I don't speak in Nickelodeon,
but anyway, clap for Cardi B.
And Nicki, you thought Cardi B was inspired by you? Oh,
not
she
in
wasn't.
that regard.
No, she wasn't. She really thought the barbs had been connecting Cardi B's performance to past performances by Nicki Minaj, and
performances.
Yes, girl, because apparently Nicki done sat on a turntable too, honey, and got spent around and lifted her leg up, and so now she thinks she the first one to ever sit on a turntable and lift her leg up, girl. I'm sorry, girl, but you're not. No. You're not, darling. And so Cardi had to post like several posts. One from her in the strip club throwing her leg up in the air, and she said something about, you never know when you got to bring your old tricks out. And then, right. And then the other one was a picture from her creative director who got the idea. It looked like it was some 1960s, 1950 performance or something, maybe some burlesque related or something, where these girls were laid out like on a turntable, and it kind of looked more similar to the design of the one that Cardi B was sitting on, so it made sense. And so she had to post it to let the girls know, because
that's the first thing. Cardi B's performance made sense.
It did. Let me see. Okay, so let's move forward.
J-Lo performed. She gave a phenomenal.
She was
there. She did a vocal performance from a song from her new movie. Mm-hmm. She didn't dance.
She's got a movie.
She has a movie coming. It's a romantic comedy. That's her lane. That's what she.
That is
that's
her
what
lane.
She's good at. I will give her that. Like, she's romantic comedies all day. Mouser-in-law.
I think when your real love life is a joke, you do well at it.
It transfers. She has transferable experience.
Okay, we're not going there because it's not J-Lo shade. We're not going there.
You started the J-Lo shade. I could throw a little bit.
I didn't know J-Lo. I don't know her. I didn't know she was there.
She was there. She performed.
Oh. Okay, so Ella Mai also performed.
I'm tired.
I was disappointed by the fact that she did Boot Up.
Well,
because I like Ella Mai.
That's always something that if you had to put a gun to my hand and say name an Ella Mai song, that's the only one I would be able to name.
You and probably 90% of the rest of the country.
And she has yet to perform that song on an award show. So that's the same thing why Cardi B performed I Like It Like That, because that was the number one song, but she hadn't had the chance because she got pregnant and had a baby.
But it wasn't Woe Out. That song's not Woe Out yet. But Boot Up has been literally everywhere. As far as the radio is concerned, Boot Up is like,
I got you. So it would have been like
people are a little tired.
It would have been like if Cardi B came out and performed Bodak Yellow.
Yes, bitch. Now that, come on, now you're making that. Okay, that's the connection.
I made it make sense.
That's the connect. Yes. So I wanted her second single is called Trip. And it actually has done pretty well. I want to say maybe number 18 or 13 or something like that on the charts. So she should have done that. One needs promotion.
She could have opened up a little bit with Boot Up and then transition into
transition into Trip, bitch. That would have been perfect. You've got to lead the girls into your current position. That's what this whole performance is about, is to boost, where your song is and what your project is doing on the charts. And so if you're not doing your current material, all the girls are talking. It's like sometimes I feel like these artists get so disconnected. It's like you're on social media and you see what's going on, but for some reason you're so disconnected from public opinion and from how people feel about your material and stuff at the time that you don't even know. Just a quick axe to any of your fans would have told you to perform Trip. They would have let you know, like, girl, do not do Booed Up. Like, anybody that's a fan of you, we are booed tight. Like, we out of there. We out of there with that. Give us the next one. Like, that's just seems smart to me. Is to like you say, I think what you said is perfect. Start off reminding everybody of who you are.
Right.
Because everybody doesn't have name recognition with you. You're not at that point yet. Then transition from that to your current piece. And that's it. So I like Ella Mai. I know
she got another bop.
Exactly. And it actually is a really good song. The thing about Ella Mai, the girls, I know we had, mentioned before that I was on a campaign to find another artist that I would like. I have yet to find that artist, but what I will say is that Ella Mai is certainly on my artist to watch list. One reason why I have, Ella Mai is a Scorpio, so a lot of her music I relate to in that sense. That's a big deal to me. So not only is she a Scorpio, but we actually were born the same day.
November 3rd?
Yeah, November 3rd, bitch. We were both born the same day. So when I went and I listened to her music, I found out all of that, the whole Scorpio born the same day thing after
the fact.
I had already scoured her discography because she had been making music and stuff before, we just found out about her with Boot Up and all of that. And so her music was so great to me. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I connected with it. And then when I started researching her, I found out all that other stuff. And I was like, damn, like this might be my next girl. So I'm actually rooting for her. I checked out her album. It actually came out just this past Friday.
You know what my question is? Does she dance?
You know what?
Because if she not doing a good 8 count, she gonna be doing nothing for me.
She may know, and she's not. I don't think she's gonna be one of your girls.
She's not.
For certain.
I already know.
And let me say this: it's even odd to me. Outside of the fact that I think she's a writer, and I think that maybe that I'm connecting with her on that level.
You love a writing girl.
I do love a writer, and so I think that I'm connecting with the lyrics because vocally, from what I've heard so far, her range is okay. It's not like it's probably a step or two above Ashanti. It's not really. That's not shade. It's not really as dynamic. I understand.
Ashanti just had her 38th birthday. Shout out to her.
Her what birthday?
38.
Oh, 38. I was gonna say, damn, she's still that young?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say we wrote her off early, but anyway. Yeah, so her range is not too far from Ashanti's, but like I said, I think it's the songwriting. I don't expect that she's gonna be doing any dancing. It would shock me. to see it. I don't see.
I don't want to see it.
I'm not getting that from her.
Not that I'm against her. I'm just not. I'm not in her corner because I didn't
rooting for Ella.
Good for you. Clap clap.
I am, and let me say. Can I say? Well, let me say this though. One thing that also bothered me heavily. We never did talk about this, and I'm finna go on, since we're here. I'm finna slide into this. Jaquez. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a singer out here. He normally does a lot of on the song. Like he does a lot of his songs are very vowel driven, very very much so. So he did a cover version of Ella Mai's Boot Up, and he put it on SoundCloud, I believe. Originally the song took off, like it sounded really good. I'm not gonna lie, it worked with his vocals. It did. And so I even posted a video of it, and I was like, oh my god, they need to do like a collaboration. Like I wanted him to do I wanted him to actually do the remix. It probably got removed at this point thanks to DJ Mustard, but we'll get there.
Thanks to who?
DJ Mustard, her producer.
Okay.
Yes. DJ Mustard on the beat, something like that. His song start with,
Mustard on the beat, something like that.
Yes. So I wanted him to do the remix of Trip, but apparently he did like his own version of it, and then he went from SoundCloud and he put it on YouTube, and the song started taking off. And once you put stuff on YouTube, I would assume that Jaquez's YouTube channel is monetized. I would assume. I'm not 100 in that, but he's been an artist in the game, and I would think that if T.S. Madison out here with a monetized page, I think Jaquez probably has one too. And so a number of radio stations started picking it up, and it was spinning, and DJ Mustard had to step in and was like, nah, player, hold on now. This is my new artist. I'm trying to develop her, and you out here re-recording versions of her songs that ain't even done took off under her own damn name first, let alone you sitting up here re-recording one. And so he had it removed from SoundCloud and from YouTube and from all of that, because he said you basically are stealing, at this point, you're stealing revenue. Because the radios are spinning your version more than they spinning Ella's. You are stealing revenue. The right way would have been to go through Ella or go through DJ Mustard and say, "Hey, can I be a part of the remix?" And that would have been the way to go about it. So
I feel like I have a different opinion than you. What's your opinion?
Let me get to the opinion part.
Okay.
I hate when these artists are in the game, and sometimes it makes sense why some of you niggas are not as successful as you probably could be. Because see, Jaquez, you and Ella, before she took off, y'all were kind of in the same boat. Y'all were struggling artists trying to get there. But Ella kind of finally took off with this.
Struggling.
Well, that's what I would consider it struggling.
Post-struggle.
Well, when your fave is Mariah, everybody's struggling. That's just, I'm sorry, but when you're the greatest.
I understand.
You understand? Okay, so so like y'all, I mean, and I'm not. That's no shade. We're struggling podcast in comparison to the Reed. You know what I'm saying? As far as where they are, we are struggling. You know what I'm saying? So like in comparison,
we struggling, girl. Share us, like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, you can listen to us on YouTube too now, by the way. We will be on YouTube.
I didn't even know that. Y'all getting the tea when I get the
last
tea.
Episode. Yes. So you'll be able to listen over there if that's where you prefer to listen to podcasts. Anyway, continuing. The thing about it is, when we first came into podcasting, we did a lot of research before we just got out here and did a recording and stuck it out there. Granted, there are still a number of things that we've learned since then that we wish we may have known up front. There are always going to be those things, but you at least have to go into the game with some sort of knowledge. You got to you can't just flop your way into doing this. And I feel like some of these artists today, they're flopping their way into being recording artists.
I feel that way about that to me. What's going on?
What I'm saying about what I mean about that is, Jaquez, if you had knowledge and you understand the way the music industry worked, then you would have known up front that recording a version of this woman's song and putting it on a monetized YouTube page,
released as a single, or while it's still a current single,
or while she's still trying to get somewhere with it, you would have understood. If you had even had a hit record yourself, you would understand that was out of line. Hit? No, he ain't had no hit. I don't care what nobody say. He ain't got a song that got above 60 on the Billboard Hot 100. He has not. Okay, he has not at this point. So It's like the reason why y'all can come into this game and get used up and sign into all of these ridiculous, crazy deals is because y'all are not doing research. Y'all are not learning from the people who came before you. From the past, y'all are not. And so
it's forced to repeat itself. If you don't learn from your history, from your ancestors, y'all too busy trying to think y'all better than them and disrespect them. Meanwhile, Tiger Tens and I, we over here studying the history of these legends.
Come on now. That's exactly. So I feel like in that way, what he did was fucked up, and it's like he didn't even realize, even from the way that he's been acting, he has not realized that what he did was wow. Like that's not how the music industry works. Like he has not figured that out yet, and that lets me know that you're ignorant to the game, and your career is gonna suffer because of your ignorance. So how do you?
So I feel that, let me say this, I don't feel like it was inherently wrong for him to do a cover and release it on SoundCloud. Now like releasing it on YouTube and doing other stuff like that with people you can get paid to get a check and it's catching radio buzz, like that's a whole other different thing. Just as him, like you said, a struggling artist, him doing a cover of somebody that he obviously likes and respects enough to do a cover of the song, I don't think that's inherently wrong. But he should have, at a point where he noticed that his song, okay, this doing a little bit too much. I need to go ahead and, because he can pull his song from radio, he can pull his song from YouTube. Like he could have not put it on YouTube. He could have stopped that train before we got even rolling. So that's where he fucked up at. But I don't feel like it's just inherently wrong for him to do a song because he's not Beyonce. Beyonce, if she recorded an LMA song, it's immediately gonna get traction, and Beyonce knows that before she recorded it. Versus him.
And LMA is also not Beyonce,
right? LMA is not Beyonce. That she
your cover, you're a big enough artist to actually damage what her song does.
You're a big enough artist for people to think that was your song originally.
Exactly. Come on now. So
that's what I mean by that. So, but he, in a sense, that they're in similar. Even though she probably was in a more elevated, because I knew LMA. I could at least name Boot Up. I can't name nothing from Jack West. What is his name? I don't even know his name.
Yeah, that's it.
So I don't feel like it was wrong for him to do the cover. He could release his SoundCloud. Plenty of artists do covers of songs. Miguel just did a cover of some song, and he releases his SoundCloud. It was not a problem. But when you submit it for radio play, because let's be real now. In order for something to be played on radio, it has to go through certain clearances to where they can actually be able to monetize. When they play your song on radio, you getting a check. Somebody's getting paid behind that. They're not paying it for free. So that means certain things have to be cleared and done before you allowed it to be played on radio. Which is
that was when DJ Mustard sent that cease and desist.
Right, which is why a lot of Beyonce songs don't get played on radio, because she don't clearly be played on radio, because she don't want it be played on radio. She don't. But back to Jack West. So at that point, that was a problem. However, I don't feel like inherently recording the cover was the issue. That's all I'm saying.
I agree that while it may not have been an issue, it's definitely not. If I were an artist, it's not what I would do. Like I wouldn't right now take something from a podcast that is on a similar level of ours, like take a segment that they have, like the exact segment, and come on this podcast and name it the exact name of their segment, and then say, oh, this is, and don't even really relate back to where it came from.
So he just lists the song as Jacquez. What is the name of the song?
Boot Up, Trip.
No,
I think he sung both of them, child. I think he did both of them. You're gonna be known as a cover artist if you don't. You've got to do your own shit. You've got to do your own. You too early in the career, child. In Mariah Carey words, you're too early in the career, child.
So when I saw LMA and Jacquez had beef, but I thought it was because they were sleeping with each other. I just thought it was a relationship that broke up. No. I didn't, because I don't know either one of them. I don't check. I just saw them in the headline together. I just assumed that they was in a relationship that went sour. I didn't.
No, child. It's not. And the thing about it is, it's not even so much a LMA, and that's the other part, because of course we know Jacquez doesn't. Well, let me not say of course. Of course we know the public doesn't understand the way that the music industry works, but for Jacquez not to understand it was really the shock. So a lot of people felt like when that cease and desist thing happened, a lot of people felt like it was Ella Mae's fault. And so they came after, people were attacking Ella Mae online. Like she sent a cease and desist to Jaquez, not understanding like Ella Mae is a new artist. She's not in control of damn near anything at this point. You know what I'm saying? We hope that she get there that day, but she's not making these calls. That was DJ Mustard, and he had to come out on Twitter and say, no, I was the one that sent that cease and desist to that ass, because if you taking money out of my artist's pocket, you taking money out of my pocket. Ella Mae actually liked Jaquez's version of the song from what I heard. So it wasn't her. It was that this is my artist, and you're stealing our work. Like, and it's just, the whole situation was just fucked up, and I thought it was just unnecessary. Y'all are two artists, like I say, similar, work on similar levels, and I think that seems like a crab in the bucket type of mentality to me. Maybe you didn't see it, he didn't understand it to be that way, but that's kind of what that is. Go get your own hit.
Whew,
get your own hit.
I understand. I agree with you. I feel like we have similar opinions on this situation. I think it's time for some reckless driving, don't you think?
Yes, honey. Let's switch over. American Music Awards, y'all were pretty good this year. Let me just mention briefly, Mariah. I enjoyed that performance. I love those dancers coming from under your dress,
Mariah.
girl. Yes, I enjoyed the performance myself. I love the girls coming from under her dress. The AMAs have, typically been one of the award shows that has recognized Mariah more than the girls like the Grammys and stuff like that. So, I'm not.
How many
too
American
against
Music
the
Awards does
AMAs.
she have?
I don't know, maybe 15, girl. I don't know, something around that number, I feel.
Okay.
So what I really like though is to just know that we have artists out here like Mariah Carey, even really like J-Lo, that are in that age bracket, that are still being invited to these current award shows, being able to sing their new material, because they'll let any of the girls come on stage and do a medley of hits. You know what I'm saying? But when you can get on stage and solely perform your new song, I think that's awesome, and I think she did a great job. So
that's good. I'm happy for her. She looked very good. I enjoyed the performance. So are we doing reckless driving right now?
Okay. Yes, we are.
All right, so let's move into reckless driving. But we actually gonna take a break right here because I have to go to the bathroom.
How they make the crowd go, woo! Woo!
We back.
Yes, God.
So is it me? Is it my turn?
Yes, it is, bitch. We got to get into some of this.
Is this bitch on? Is it recording?
Yes, bitch. T.S. Madison should be live right now too. Speaking of her, she should be on right now.
Right? Yes.
I might have to flip on over to the girl on Miss YouTube.
In Orlando, right? They're in Orlando.
She's somewhere.
And the dog, Funky Dineva. But anyway, what do I want to talk about first? Let me see. Okay, so let's do this. Y'all remember Jared Kushner? Do you know who that is?
We do.
Who is he in relation to the president?
Ain't he the son-in-law?
Yes, come on.
Okay.
Come on. Okay. I'm just making sure y'all up to date. Y'all still remember these names, because I'm somebody. I don't know if I said this before. I'm somebody who personally I struggle with names. Like, I'll remember your face. I'll remember your actions, what you did before I can remember your name. Like, that's one of the last things that I will remember. So, especially when I'm doing the reckless driving, I have to say a lot of different names. So I'd be concerned if y'all even know who I'm talking. If you get what I'm saying, like, I'd be concerned if y'all know who and what I'm talking about, because it's so many different people. But anyway, Jared Kushner's tax documents were released this week. So I want to ask you this. I say Jared Kushner. I say his tax documents. What is your initial speculation? What do you think is what I'm about to say?
Sound like he was not paying his taxes properly.
Ding,
is that
ding,
what
ding,
this
ding,
is?
Okay. That's accurate. from your inference or your speculation, I can assume that you think it's illegal, right?
I would think, but you finna tell me that he done jumped through a loophole.
Oh, come on, loophole! You hit it right on the head.
Girl, I'm feeling it.
Shout out to Tiger. He hit it right on the head. So Jared Kushner has not been paying his taxes for at least for several years. Between the years of 2009 and 2016, he paid little to no taxes at all. And it's because of a loophole that he and his attorneys and accountants have been able to find in the I guess constitutional. I don't IRS. I don't really know taxes and all of the laws and all of that. But he basically found a loophole. So let me tell you what it is. So after Kushner released about 40 pages of his business documents, it revealed that he regularly claimed millions of dollars in losses, even though his business did not appear to actually lose any money. And you're like, what? How can you declare losses when you didn't lose money? That's what I was originally thinking. So the Times basically stated that because his real estate purchases experienced some amount of depreciation, he was able to claim that depreciation as losses against his business and therefore avoid paying taxes. So, for example, let me tell you what he did. He earned, in 2015, he earned $1.7 billion from one of his businesses in salary and in investments.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he then turned around that same tax year and claimed $8.3 million in losses due to depreciation. Now, depreciation basically means if I purchase a car, that's just an easy reference for you guys. I purchased a car. Over time, if I purchase a 2019 or 2018 BMW, over the next couple of years, that the value of that BMW is going to depreciate. It's going to lessen. Just by newer cars coming out, by this car having wear and tear on it, by me actually driving it, putting miles on it, it's going to depreciate in value. So some of his real estate purchases were depreciating in value due to other circumstances, and he was then claiming those depreciations as losses. So in turn, he was not paying the taxes on the $1.7 million that he actually gained. This is a whole hot mess. This is a whole hot mess and a half. You know what this is? This is when the rich. It's like the rich trying to stay even richer. You know what I mean? Like it's like you already are uber wealthy. Like you're like this is just one of your companies, or this like you are. He's probably worth hundreds of millions of dollars at this point. Hundreds of millions of dollars. This is one of his investments. And he wants to skip out on taxes when you and I, as regular citizens, who actually need the money, who actually could actually use the taxes that we're paying out of our check every single pay period, while he's over here can actually afford to pay taxes and choosing not to. Found a loophole. So right now, this is actually not considered illegal. After multiple accountants reviewed the tax documents, there is no law prohibiting him from doing this. So what is end up going to happening is multiple other wealthy people who are in his situation are going to now try to do this, or they're going to have to make a law to prohibit this activity. I'm just personally disgusted. Shout out to Erica Dixon. Her birthday was yesterday or the day before. I didn't post her on Instagram for obvious reasons. But anyway. But yeah, so it was. It's just aggravating for me personally, because I just feel like you are already so rich that it's ridiculous, and now you want to try to skip out on the few little taxes that you do have to pay. And then under the Trump administration, he already cut taxes for the people that are extremely wealthy. It's just a hot mess.
Oh God.
Is it? Do I need to do another one, or what are we doing?
Well, okay, so let me mention this real briefly. We did not mention Taylor Swift's performance at the AMAs.
Of course, obvious reasons.
But I don't know now. Things have changed. for me.
Because she's supporting Democrats.
Girl.
She know black is in. She knows she can't win without black.
Girl, let me tell you this. You couldn't have told me back that time when Kanye took that mic and said, I'm going to let you finish and didn't let her finish, that I would be closer to Taylor Swift today than I am to Kanye West. You couldn't have told me. You couldn't have told me. You couldn't have convinced me. Baby, girl. She released before that performance, she got on Miss Instagram and she put out a statement. It was a very long one. It was about voting, the upcoming election that's coming up and about the importance of it and everything. I'm going to read some of what she said because it's important. She said, I'm writing this post about the upcoming midterm elections on November 6th, in which I'll be voting in the state of Tennessee. In the past, I've been reluctant to publicly voice my political opinions, but due to several incidents in my life and in the world in the past 2 years, I feel very differently about that now. Did you hear that? Last 2 years. What changed? Okay, now come on. That was already. I was like, okay, girl.
I don't want to like that. I don't want to like that. I don't want to.
That's a good start.
You finna.
Wait till I get to. You finna. I'm gonna make you. Okay, so she went on. She said,
"You're not gonna make me."
She said, "I always have and always will cast my vote based on which candidate will protect and fight for human rights I believe we all deserve in this country. I believe in the fight for LGBTQ, bitch, rights." She said that and any form of discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender is wrong. I believe that the systematic racism we still... come on, hold up.
She just stabbed me.
She said, I believe that the systematic racism we still see in this country towards people of color is terrifying, sickening, and prevalent. I cannot vote for someone who will not be willing to fight for dignity for all Americans, no matter their skin color, gender, or who they love. And she went on and on and on, and she named the person that she was going to be voting for. They're a Democrat, whatever. Taylor fucking Swift, bitch. Taylor fucking...
Ooh, I like Taylor your ass,
fucking
bitch.
Swift.
I really like not liking you.
You Swiffer sweeper, you bitch. You have swept up this public opinion of you in the black community.
Swept our asses.
Bitch. Ooh. Meanwhile, the person we was all behind, Kanye West, is out here. I love this guy.
That's a strong word.
I love this guy.
That's a strong word.
This hat that
Have
you
you
made,
ever purchased
this Make
a Kanye
America
record?
Great Again hat gives me superpowers.
I didn't. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch the Kanye Fest that happened at the White House. I didn't.
It was a Kanye. It really was.
I didn't have the energy nor the time. I can't. I just can't. I just couldn't do it. I thought I could, but I can't.
He says that he is in the 98th percentile for the smartest. Like, he's smarter than 98% of the public. He's in 2%.
Oh, God.
He says that he has a doctor that has examined his brain and told him that he is not bipolar. He's just sleep deprived. He had showed Trump a hydrogen plane on his phone, and he said that we've got to stop talking about Trump because we've got to make this guy look good. Because when he looks good, we look good too. I'm just giving you some of what you missed.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
And here go Taylor Swift. Here go Taylor Swift talking about the issues that really
look at what you put the whole word. The America is unbalanced. It's unbalanced. Taylor Swift out here being a Democrat, supporting LGBT and supporting systemic racism.
Come on, and she said "steal," bitch. That word meant a lot to me. That word "steal" because that's a recognition of the past and the present.
I'm about to
Come
have
on
to
now.
shake it off.
I'm telling you,
haters.
I'm listening to Taylor Swift music all week.
I'm gonna hold I'm gonna keep my reservations because I just feel like My inner intuition is right. Monica ain't manifested yet.
You have these unrealistic expectations. You waiting on people to do something that you don't like.
You don't have your mama just always. She just know when your friends ain't right for you. It may not come out to 10 years later, but she just know when your friends ain't right for you.
Let me say this: Taylor did not have to do this. Taylor's career is absolutely perfect right now, and it has been
4 consecutive albums to sell 1 million records in the first week.
In the first week.
These white people
to do this.
See, you making me want to like her. See, she didn't.
That's the thing. She's not in need. She's not in need for supporters. She's not in need for fans.
She actually
whether or not people of color. Come on now, because she's been had the right wing supporting her.
You keep making me like.
I'm just trying to be honest. I'm just being honest. She's been had those.
Do we have an obligation to be objective?
We do. Some sort of obligation. We do. And so Taylor, I was able to actually enjoy her AMA performance because
I didn't
watch
it. Cause I didn't.
You need to go back and see it because it actually wasn't. Even without this statement, it wasn't a bad performance. No, but with this statement, bitch, it was Beyonce.
See, bitch, you keep catching me while you trying to kill somebody.
With this statement, it took her over the top. It took her over the top.
I know you lying.
Girl, I'm for real. After I saw she said that, I was like, oh shit, this bitch. Bitch, I'm gay and black, and that's what you support. Meanwhile, we out here giving all our money and time and attention to. He
saw something that we didn't.
Damn.
We
Girl,
we was being dragging.
The gay community owed Todrick an apology because he saw things we didn't.
Because we was dragged. Oh, you canceled. we had been.
She wasn't canceled. Granted, that last
we
album
wanted
didn't
to
do
cancel.
As well.
We wanted to cancel her. We wanted. She was about one more 2-step from being canceled.
I don't know. Am I really about to become closer to Taylor Swift? This is like
it don't sit right. My stomach is starting to hurt.
It don't sit right, but it's true.
It's just,
and she said the last 2 years, bitch. Like, and to the point that not only did I catch the shade, but Trump did too. Trump caught the shade too. Taylor, this seems like Taylor to me. It feels like Taylor. You know, she's a writer. So it feels like Taylor. Baby, Trump said.
We not giving her no right credits.
We are giving her right. She does right.
Am I about to play a Taylor Swift medley when we get off this episode? Because I secretly.
You already was a secret fan.
Because her songs are catchy. I'm not even.
They are, but I just had to force myself not to.
I know. I tuned in. You know how I'm supposed to not be listening to R. Kelly, but I still. Listen to him at the barbecues.
Now, didn't nobody make that okay? Nobody has made that okay. That has not.
At the barbecues, if "Step in the Name of Love" come on,
you don't leave the barbecue. You do not leave the barbecue because R. Kelly comes on.
And I have been to plenty of family functions and they done played. My mind's telling me no, but my body.
And they're not gonna stop playing it. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
I may or may not have partook it. But back to Taylor Swift. I'm gonna just take a penny. I'm gonna need
real quick. Trump was upset about this.
Probationary period. 90 days. I need you to not cut up because I don't want to let you in and then you cut up 10 days from now. I need you 90-day probationary period. You still after your sales may be affected, your reputation may be affected. I want to see how you act then. Then I'm make my verdict.
We'll revisit. Let me say you already have a leg up with me because anytime you piss Trump off, because see that's the type of power that Taylor Swift has. He actually came out and they asked him about how did he feel about the statement that she made because this candidate that she's backing is the opposite candidate of the one that Trump wants people to back, and he said that he likes her music now 25% less than he did before.
Just 25%?
Just 25 because she's still white.
He didn't call her a monkey or a disgrace to America?
Or that's
privilege.
Complexion for the protection, correct. So yeah, but anytime you can get under his skin like that, you're doing something right. You're doing something right. So we're gonna have to,
especially the KKK openly supported her in the past.
Openly.
Openly
said shit about it. Didn't say shit. Took the support. Took all them album sales that came along with it.
Okay.
But now
I might have to update to 180 day probationary period because it just don't sit right. I need.
Well,
some
let me say this: the vote.org site said that after Taylor put that post out there, her the registration for people registering to vote went up tremendously. So that was the impact of her putting that message out there. So it's just on so many different levels. Her coming forward and making that statement was important.
See, I'm conflicted because I actually don't mind a lot some of her songs. So now it's like I can openly.
I can't be mad at a white woman that recognized systematic racism.
Did you see that video of the white woman
and Kanye?
The white woman, I think it was down to the Walmart.
Carolyn. Oh, who you talking about?
The white woman that was down to the Walmart who saw the other white woman, talking about the Mexicans in the store. She was,
oh, bitch, and walked her ass up out of there.
Right. She said, get out. You leave now. Ma'am, if I ever stood for a white woman, it would have been that day.
Yes. Yes.
But anyway.
So we need more Taylor Swifts right now in the world.
I'm a hold off on that. What did Aretha say? I'm a pass on that one.
I'm not gonna do this with you. Beautiful gowns. Yes, those beautiful gowns came through today.
That's actually what she said about beautiful gowns. So these beautiful gowns, we gonna have to see if they more than just beautiful gowns. She had to upgrade. We'll have to we'll give her beautiful gowns for now. But until then, I'm a pass on that one. That's what she said about Nicki Minaj. I'm a pass on that.
She was right. She was like, I beat Aretha record. No, bitch.
I'm a pass on that one. Let's take one of those features. You be down to. Anyway, back to.
She playing Cardi B about to beat every record that you never beat. You keep playing, but anyway, we'll get to that a little later. So, do you have any more?
I do. You know I do. What the girls want to hear? What they want to talk about? I'm gonna let you pick. So, do you want to talk about domestic abuse? Do you want to talk about Americans and the citizenship test? Do you want to talk about Georgia voters, or do you want to talk about the Arkansas Supreme Court? So the Arkansas Supreme Court and the Georgia voters, they go together. So those two different topics, but they
hold those then.
So do you want to talk about domestic? Oh, that's what I had next. That's what I naturally want to do. Good. Come on, we in sync. So there has been a new form of domestic abuse that has been officially classified. And this new form is not really new in the sense that it hasn't been happening, but they have officially, classified this as an official form of domestic abuse. And that form is called financial abuse. Financial abuse is when one person in a relationship uses his or her money to gain power or control over the other person. So what that essentially means is, let's say we're in a relationship, right? So I prohibit you from making purchases, from establishing credit, getting loans, getting a job, anything like that. Or even if you have a job, I control your money. I damage your credit to make sure that in the event that you leave me, you don't have good credit. I make sure that you basically have no financial stability on your own outside of me. So that is an new official form of domestic abuse. I want to say that there is an organization called the Purple Purse who has dedicated time, money, energy to combating this. They've also partnered with one of my faves, Serena Williams. Shout out to Serena Williams because she is truly a blessing. It's so many positive causes. She is such a positive representation of not only a woman but a black woman, and using her influence to not only affect, she uses her influence to not only affect women but to change so many different things. So the Purple Purse has partnered with Serena Williams to combat this particular form of financial abuse. It's an organization that is specifically designed, and their goal is to help women who are suffering from financial abuse to be able to escape their. I want to say women because it implies that only women are victims of domestic abuse, even though I want to say more than 90% are women. But I don't want to exclude those 10% of men. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So it helps people who are suffering from financial abuse to actually be able to put them in homes, put them in situations where they can begin to establish their own sort of financial independence from their man, or from the man, from their abuser, I should say. This really touched me because once I saw the statistics, 99% of people who suffer regular domestic abuse also suffer financial abuse as well. And also, this is a new form of abuse within the millennial community. You and I both are millennials. Over 60% of millennials have already suffered financial abuse. That's incredible. That's absurd. Over 60% of people in our generation, because they're doing less of the hitting, less of the typical types of financial, typical types of domestic violence. They're doing more of, I'm going to control your purse strings. I'm going to damage your credit. I'm going to make sure that you cannot survive without me financially.
Right.
As opposed to the hitting. 69% of women 69% of millennial women have claimed domestic or financial abuse, domestic violence in the form of financial abuse, and 40% of men have claimed this. So this is something that is definitely something that needs to be expressed and talked about in our society. It's something that's definitely prevalent, and it's quickly and swiftly, because if you can ruin somebody financially, you can ruin their credit, you can ruin their financial status, they will be
their livelihood. That's everything.
That's right. How are they going to leave? How are they going to get out of that situation knowing that they're not going to be able to qualify for an apartment, they're not going to be able to qualify for a car, they're not going to be able to qualify for anything? That's serious. This is not. And especially, it takes 7 years for one incident to fall off your credit. Girl, please. It's horrible. So I just wanted to bring that to the attention of you guys. If you guys want to donate to the Purple Purse, Serena has launched today. She launched a new purple bag. It's a book bag. It's actually really cute. I'm probably gonna get it. That you can get. It's a book bag, and the donations or the proceeds from purchasing that backpack will actually go to the Purple Purse, which helps to fund people who are victims of domestic violence and financial abuse. So I just wanted to mention that.
Yes, bitch. Come on, give the girls a lesson. That's not even something I had ever really thought of. I mean, I guess because I've never really gone through that myself. But girl, that's deep. That's a lot. I've never thought about it from that angle. That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I personally have never gone through it, but I can see how that can happen, very, very quickly, very swiftly. I know we've talked about before in the past. Well, at least I've talked about before in the past how I view finances and dealing with finances when you're in a relationship specifically. Once you start to tie finances together and tie bills and tie all of that, they can easily trickle down into somebody or financial abuse. And so that it's a very tricky or touchy subject, but I'm glad that it's becoming a light, being brought to the light, because at the end of the day, for our generation, it's becoming more prevalent than ever.
Whew, thank God you brought it on up, girl.
So what we doing next? Are we doing? You gonna take a quick?
I think I should probably do one more, and then we should probably bring this thing. Because we had 2 hours or something like that. We should bring this thing to a wrap and then catch the girls possibly a day or 2 or 3 later.
All right, y'all can catch us later this week. Y'all gonna have to come back and see hear another episode.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna cover one more. You ready, or you need a little break?
I do need one quick break. I have to go to the bathroom.
We'll be back.
Watch out there now. 2001, baby. Reaper in the house. Yes, sir. Come on.
We got one more topic for this episode. I think I mentioned earlier that Quavo's album came out.
God,
I heard. Did anybody ask for an album from him? Was that a request?
I didn't know they were solo artists. I thought they were.
I thought they were amoebas.
I didn't know.
Didn't know. I don't. Yeah. So anyway, it came out. From what I'm hearing, it was trash. That's what the girls online are saying. I need every last one of my brain cells.
Nicki diss track. If I had to judge based off of that was trash.
You know what? And that is what we're gonna talk about. So on that album, there's a song called, I believe, Huncho Dreams, which already you can tell that's a play on Barbie Dreams, the song that Nicki had, where she kind of talked
which
about.
Which is a play on Biggie Dreams or something like that.
Come on now, and Lil Kim did it before too, and
right.
Everybody.
It's a rap thing, I guess.
It is. I feel like Quavo's was a bit much. It was geared towards Nicki.
The entire 2 minutes of the rap was geared towards Nicki Minaj. Like
it was.
She must have got some good pulling after all.
But I'm just like, do you think that they really had that? Like that they really? Because on the song he alleges that they had a relationship, a sexual relationship, that he actually skeet in his words on her face, which I didn't like that.
I don't believe it. I don't. I for some reason, there's something about me just doesn't. They may have slept together, but I don't believe that it was good.
From him or from her? Good from on him. Whose behalf? Okay.
From him. I feel like she regretted it, and I don't feel like it was more than once. And I feel like had it been an actual relationship, he would have been able to produce more substantial bars.
I hope that it's not real at all. I really don't. I hold Nicki, even though the girls think I don't like her, I hold Nicki as far as like, I just want her to be in a higher regard. I don't want her to be out here just giving herself. I mean, you free to do what you want. You like, I'm not one of those people that feel like, oh, a woman has got to, only keep herself for this and that. Like, girl, if you want to sleep with him, and him, you free to do that. You can do whatever you want. But girl, I just don't want you to be out here doing. I just don't personally just want to see her with no Quavo. Like, that's just, this nigga just got in the game. He ain't improved himself. Like, he ain't worth your cat. That's what I'm trying to say. He ain't, girl, he don't deserve it. So I'm hoping that this is all a dream, as the song suggests, and it's not something that actually happened. But I don't know, because we knew about the whole Chanel bag.
Didn't he do a whole skit?
That's what I was going to say. We knew about the whole Chanel bag thing. We talked about and
that situation on here. She was doing the most.
She was acting very strange.
But in the video, she didn't say it was from Quavo. She said it was
didn't know at that point who it was from, but child, apparently
she said somebody's name
came from Quavo.
Or a friend or something.
Well, he said
it came from him. He said, but
like you said, he did a skit for his album release party where he had a girl reenact opening up those Chanel. Child. So he say, I don't know. I thought that this was tacky. I thought it was petty, and I thought maybe he probably did it to try to bring attention to this lackluster album. That's what I feel like it is.
I saw a meme today, and it was like, oh, me listening to Quavo's 19 song album. That's when I found out it was 19 songs.
Oh, it had the nerve.
And it was like,
songs on top
skip,
of
stop, skip. That's what the meme said. Skip, stop, skip, stop. Girl. No, ma'am. We're not here for it. Was you here for it?
I'm not here for it. I don't like to see men talk about it. I think that if Nikki bless you in that way,
bless you with the kitty cat.
If she bless you in that way, because pussy runs the world. If she blessed you,
how does Jocelyn Hernandez put a cat?
Right.
Is she blessed with the pooty cat?
If you was blessed, then keep that blessing to yourself. You don't like this. It's nothing. I don't know, child. Some of the girls are saying that this is him taking a stance against Nicki because he's Migos and Cardi B.
Let's rewind, because initially there was some tension going on with the whole what is that name of the song they got together?
Motorsport.
Motorsport. Yeah, and then so Nicki asked Quavo to come out and tell the truth and about what happened, and then he responded and said, "That's something I would do for my girl. You ain't my girl." Like, or alluding to the fact that if you was my girl, I'd do this for you, but you not my girl. So what? So that to me, when he said that statement initially, I felt like that was like a are we doing something? You want to do something with me, or what's going on? If you wanna declare me as your boyfriend, then I'll go ahead and do what's right. But other than that, I'm not gonna stand up for you because you're not my girl. You know what I'm talking about? Like that's
but
what
I'm trying to understand by my girl. Did he mean like official, or did he mean like fuck with me? Because these niggas don't.
At that point, I felt like he was trying to sleep with Nicki Minaj, which means to me that he probably pursued. I honestly don't feel like Nicki Minaj too much
slept with him.
I won't even say that. She may have tried to see what was going on
before or after he said that though.
See, I would say this. At that point that he had said that, I feel like they had not slept together. He had been trying to sleep with her for a while.
I hope she didn't sleep with him after he said that bullshit.
And I feel like she was dumb enough to say, let me go ahead and, because Nicki Minaj is very calculated. I feel like she was trying to get into that, especially the fact that there was a beef with Cardi B, get into that circle to kind of have leverage. I feel like it was a calculated punani ceremony. Yes. But it ended up not working out because the dick wasn't good, and then he was turned out to not be of any value. That's my perception of what happened.
And now he done moved on. He with one of these dolls or brats or whatever they call themselves, child.
He with the brat?
No, not that one.
Oh, we like her. I'm sorry.
We do like the brat. We do like the brat. Child, I don't know. This is
a hot ass mess.
It is. The album was terrible. This song is the only thing that people are talking about.
Did it chart? Did it do anything? What is the name of the album? Honcho Dreams?
I thought that was the name of the song.
Didn't know. I don't know. I haven't heard any tweets about it. Did you see any tweets?
The only thing that people are talking about is the fact that he mentioned sleeping with Nicki on this song. That's
the only thing. That's the only thing I've ever
the
heard
highlight.
About it. And then I listened to the song. The song was trash. Like, it was literally trash. Like, it was literally
That's why
not
I was
good.
confused about whether or not he did ape shit for Beyonce, because I'm like,
no, he didn't do the rap verses. He did the just the hook. See, he's good on the hook.
He didn't have no hooks himself though.
But because he was trying to rap. It's not what you do, girl. You need to be a songwriter. You're not a rapper. Sis,
You're a mumbler.
You need to do a hook. He's good on doing a hook on a song that Offset and Takeoff rap on. That's what he's good at doing.
Gotcha.
So he's not a true Beyonce. You know how people say he's the Beyonce of the Migos. He's not a true Beyonce. He's just I don't even know what he is. I don't.
What
understand.
album? The Migos are only on album number 2, and he already trying to go solo. Damn, girl. You trying to pull a Nicole with Pussycat Dolls. That shit don't work that early.
It don't.
Take it from Nicole. It did not work for her. She tried that shit. It don't work. You have not established yourself to that point.
Even though she's saying 100% or 97% of vocals.
But we didn't know. I mean, we knew, but we didn't know.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Because it was a bunch of girls in the video. Exactly. So we spread the talent around. Even though
she should have put 4 girls behind her dancing, but she didn't do that. She should have said Nicole Scherzinger, and then she should have had every video should have been reminiscent of the Pussycat Dolls. But anyway, back to Quavo. I'm not here for it. It was literally like, you come for Nicki Minaj. As much as we like to hate Nicki Minaj right now, her bars have never been that weak. Have never been that weak. Like this sound like remedial rapping 101. Like I don't.
But see, it's a lot of these girls out here doing this that have yet to graduate from high school, yet to get a GED, yet to do.
Which is a problem I feel is for Nicki Minaj, because at the end of the day, in Nicki Minaj's prime, she was out rapping a lot of the niggas, but she was not considered to be out rapping them because she was a female. Because
to be honest, she's still out rapping a lot of them today.
She actually is. I honestly feel she's still out rapping. She's in the top 10 of lyricists. If you want to put it,
she put some thought into it.
You can tell whether she put some thought into it, Safari or whoever is. I'm not joking.
Yeah, I'm normally the one to say that. I'm normally the one to say that.
That don't even feel right. It don't even feel right.
I'm glad you said it though, because it's true.
I honestly don't feel like Safari is writing her raps.
Well, I do. I have.
I feel like they influence each other. They have similar rapping styles, but I don't feel like he influenced her raps as much as we think he did. This is honestly my opinion. But at the end of the day, regardless, even post Safari, she is still out rapping a lot of these niggas. Like it doesn't make sense to me. But anyway.
Well, that's it. We're gonna wrap this thing on up.
Yes.
That is this week. Well, I don't know. This might not be just this week. This might just be a part 1, but
we may give y'all a little quick something else later on this week. Y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned for the girls. Stay tuned.
Check us out. Like I say, we on YouTube now as well. Spotify, SoundCloud.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Share, honey. Share so we can get out the gutter, bitch. Woo, child, honey.
The ghetto. We'll be back. Bye.